I'm Crystal, and I just want to come on here and talk a little bit about Bernie Sanders and why so many people support him. A lot of people that I know are having trouble accepting two things. One, that people like him, and two, that he's probably going to be the nominee. I know it's hard. I appreciate you taking the time to watch this. I know it's difficult to process, but unfortunately, or fortunately from my perspective, but unfortunately for you, there is no clear path for someone else to be the nominee. The only other clear path for someone else to be the nominee is a brokered convention. And I have to tell you, if you think it's going to be hard to convince people to vote for Bernie Sanders, you're going to be really disappointed when you find out how hard it is to convince people to vote for whatever candidate the DNC chooses at a brokered convention. So let's start with the biggest concern. Why do people like Bernie Sanders? He's just some old loud guy, right? If you're not understanding why people like Bernie Sanders, then congratulations, you're in the insulated group of the population that is not dealing with a lot of problems that a majority of the population is dealing with. So there are people in this country who are working 40, 50, 60 hours a week who cannot afford apartments for their family. They cannot afford to get decent groceries on a regular basis. They can't afford to go to the doctor. They're sitting at home writing on Facebook if they should go to the doctor or not because they don't think they can afford the copay for an ER visit. That's not the country that I want to live in. So people are hurting. And when you think about it, people are hurting is the reason that Donald Trump got elected. And Donald Trump played on those people's anxieties and frustrations with the current economic model in this country, and he got them to vote for him. But he did it in a way that really amplified fear and told them that if we just hurt other groups of people, then they're going to be in a better place. Bernie Sanders offers a different alternative to those same people. He is saying that we can offer you hope. We can lift everybody up. We can give everybody health care. We can give everybody access to college. We can make it so that everyone has a fair chance, and it actually does come down to hard work. Because a lot of people right now say that it's all about hard work, and I worked hard, and why should I help someone who can't afford health care? Like, that's their problem. But the thing is, if you're sick, it doesn't really matter how hard you work. Trust me on that. I have a chronic illness. And your body will just say, I don't care how hard you want to work, you're not going anywhere today, or whatever the case may be. The other thing is, if you don't have access to college, it doesn't matter how hard you work. It doesn't matter if you get really good grades in your public high school. If you can't afford to go to college, or even if you can afford to go to college, you can't afford to live on a campus for 4 years and be away from your family, or to not help your family with whatever things they're struggling with. I know people who are literally working 3 jobs right now who have to have roommates because they can't afford to live in their own apartment. This country is too rich for that to be happening. Amazon paid nothing in taxes last year, and people are frustrated about that. Donald Trump played on those frustrations, and Bernie plays on those frustrations. That is the only thing that's the same between them, because I get that people are confused because they tend to be appealing to some of the same people. But the only reason they're appealing to the same people is that a lot of people are really struggling in this country. And if you don't ever sit at home and think, should I go to the doctor? Can I afford it? That's great. That's awesome for you. A lot of other people are not having that same experience. And the other thing is that I'm hearing a lot of is that people are saying that Bernie Sanders programs would help them, that they could use free childcare, they could really use student debt forgiveness. They would love to have free healthcare as long as it's better than their current healthcare, which Bernie has said it will be. They just don't think they can get it done. And I want to talk specifically to you guys right now, because we have to work for these things. We have to have hope that they can happen, because I get that I think that is coming from a place of fear where you're worried that if you get too excited about something, it's not going to happen. That if you start supporting something and Bernie loses or he doesn't get the policy passed, that you'll look stupid or that you'll be disappointed. That's understandable. But the way that we get these policies enacted is by supporting them. Saying, I don't think Bernie has enough support, so I'm not going to support him, so he won't have enough support, you're going in a circle. That doesn't make sense. If people like you start supporting him, start supporting candidates for Congress who support the same programs, that's how we get these things done. You have the power to start doing that. And all of us in this day and age have a platform. All of us in this day and age can go online and tell our other friends to support him. It works. There's a lot of people lurking around on the sidelines, don't really know what's going on with politics, and they take your opinion seriously. So that's how on this video, I would just call on Bernie supporters to go out there and express why they like him, but to also call on people who are on the fence solely because they're worried he's not going to get it done, but secretly they really want him to. Jump in, try it. Try supporting him, because that's how we win these fights. That's how we make this country a place that we can be proud of and where we want to stay and where we want to raise the next generation.